Alrighty, we got the weed eater on the workbench today. Spring has sprung, as you just heard. Birds are out chirping, trees are starting to bloom, so that means I gotta get this weed eater working. I have no idea where this thing came from. It was in a shed that I have in the back of my house. Either I owned it or a past renter owned it. So what we're gonna do is we're going to try to get this thing working, take it apart. I have the manual. I just ordered a new carburetor for it, so that will help kind of see how that goes, and we'll go from there. Ew, nasty air filter. Yeah. Alright, there's the carburetor right there. A little bit of butterfly there. So the carburetor doesn't look too bad, but I did drain out the fuel already out of here. That's what's nice about a diesel pickup. I can just drain that right in there and the diesel will just eat it right up. Now the key is not to drop these little screws. A little tip, if you got big fingers, use a magnet. All right. Ooh-wee. For those new to the channel or they haven't gone and watched the video yet, this is a Torx bit and they're using this to hold this fuel tank in. If you don't know what a Torx bit is, go check out my wrenches and miscellaneous video. Aha, it just pops in there. Some of this is you're just trying to figure out how it works. I'm just taking these back cover off to get this fuel tank off. Now when you're taking screws out, you make sure you pay attention to what size or what. Now I'm setting these screws by their sizes into groupings so I know where they go. So when I go to put it back, I'm not confused. Well, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that to take that case off and that be the back side of the engine, but there you go. There's the engine. It's okay. Now I have a handy dandy parts cleaner here. But if you don't have one of these, you can stick this in a plastic pan and spray it off with some parts cleaner, or like carburetor cleaner or engine cleaner would help as well, or just some simple green, anything that you have for removing grease will work. I just happen to have a biodegradable chemical here in my tank, and that's what I use. But you know, that's just me. That's what I have. You don't have to have all this to work on stuff. This is a simple project. This is why I'm doing it, kind of showing somebody who's never worked on anything before that I'm just taking a weed eater that's been sitting around, give it a little bit of TLC, maybe throwing a little bit of bucks at it, and see if we can get it running. There you go, nice and clean. While we're at it, we're going to clean up this stuff. Now the nice part about this is it's biodegradable, and it's a water soluble solution, so I can rinse this off in the sink and let it dry out when I'm all done. Alright, now this is the filter for the weed eater. I'm just going to rinse it off in this. Well, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see if it recovers. It's supposed to be spongy, but it's kind of foam mess. Yeah, see, it's starting to fall apart. So I'm going to have to give myself another one of these. If I can't find something exactly, I'll keep this size and I'll be able to cut it out. So I won't let it go. I won't destroy it anymore. I'll leave it alone the way it is. It's 15 years old, been sitting in oil. I'm not surprised it's worn out. Alright, I use a little bit of brake clean to kind of break up some of this grease. Use my brush here to get some of it off. And then now I'm just going to wipe it down and stop the chemical process with this little bit of green here, simple green or mean green, kind of clean it up so when I go put it back together it's nice and clean. Now be careful of this gasket here. This is the back side of the engine. The good news is that engine is not rusted, doesn't show any signs of rust. It's free and clear, so it should be easy to go back together and should run fine. Spark plug didn't show any indications of being fouling or anything like that. It looked like it was running well, so that's a good sign. We're going to leave that gasket right in place. We're not going to take that off. Alrighty, now looking over here, this was the major issue. I don't know if this carburetor is bad or not. I ordered a new one. The reason why I ordered a new one is this bulb is required to prime and get fuel into the carburetor from the tank, and this bulb is broken. Now you're going to order this new bulb, as I was showing earlier, but it's the same cost as a brand new carburetor. So I'm going to keep this carburetor, but the biggest thing in here is I did not order this fuel line from this broke apart. I should have been known better. When I emptied out the tank of all the fuel that was in there, this little thing popped out, which tells me that it fell off the fuel line as its filter. So I'm going to have to go find some weed eater line. Not too big the deal. I'll probably just get it from my local hardware store. But as you can see, it's not big, but it all broke apart and then goes in the tank in these little holes here. So what we'll do is we'll get a replacement lines that go in here, and we should be good to go. All right, one other key thing here is you want to figure out which one's in and which one's out. So the lines broke off, so I didn't have a chance to figure that out. But as you can see, this line goes in and this to the bulb. So that would be the in, and then this would be the out line. So you want to make sure that the in line, wherever I put it in this tank connection, it won't matter, but make sure it has this filter on it. So we'll make sure that line has a line going to that, hooks to there, and it has a filter on it. Alrighty, got the new carburetor kit in. It actually included new fuel lines, so I didn't have to go get some new ones. That's great. It included a new fuel filter. We'll figure out how we're going to get that in this tank here, but we're going to try to get this thing back together, get it running and get going. We got some grass that needs to be trimmed, so see how that goes. All right, trying to fit the hose here. All right. So the return hose here, that'll go there. And the feed line will be right about so. So a little bit extra. The two little rubber bumpers on the back here. So you might want to put them here. They stay on there easier that way. Like so. Grab our cover here. Make sure it has the two rubber pieces. All right, make sure all the rubber pieces belong where they are. All right, these are just hand tight, so I'm just going to turn them to hand tight. There's one missing. All That's not good. Alrighty. The shop did not have a spare one of these, so we're going to put the original one back in there. I put a little bit of oil on there, and I got one on order, so when that one new one comes in, we'll put it back. But until then, we have an air filter protecting the engine. Wipe this off. Put that up so like so. There we go. A little 2-cycle fuel. Fresh fuel. All right, let's hit that primer. All right, I got fuel up there, so we got good. It's a full choke right here. See this sucker start.